As parents, we give our schools lots of personal and private information about our children. We expect they will keep that information safe and secure and away from prying eyes.
But that's not the case for one local school district. We found lots of confidential files left out in a bin in the district's parking lot.
CBS 42 investigative reporter Nancy Wilson shows us just how easy it was to walk off with boxes of students' and employees' personal information.
Oh, here's the file. Confidential. Confidential.
Look, here's health record.
Wow, look, it's a birth certificate.
Protecting private information is primary in preventing identity theft. We're told to shred anything confidential.
Confidential, look at this. I don't think this is supposed to be made public.
Yet, here in front of the Liberty Hill ISD administration building, a recycling bin filled with student files. Files that contain copies of the student's Social Security card, birth certificate, health records, report cards, screening tests, and what's called the Texas Assessment of Academic Skills Confidential Student Report. Some files even have photos. Others contain information about custody battles, foster children, and detailed mental health evaluation. Most files had parents' names, addresses, and telephone numbers, and names and ages of other children in school. Jan Holder's son's file was among those we found.
It scares me. I mean, it's irresponsible of them to just put my personal information out there, especially in this day and age with all the identity theft. And, you know, it's worrisome.
She believed the information would be protected by the district.
I'm surprised that they would just dump stuff out there like that for anybody to get.
We went back 5 days later to see if the remaining files were still there. They were. As we poked around the dumpster just outside the administration offices, not one person asked us what we were doing. Instead, 2 employees came out to take our picture. This is Debbie Mitchell. She works in administration. She may feel different when she learns we have her personal information. We found it in the recycle bin, along with personal information from hundreds of her fellow district employees, including the district's head football coach and the district's chief financial officer. We found documents containing names, home addresses, Social Security numbers, and salary deduction information on hundreds of employees. We found other records that had the employee's name, date of birth, Social Security number, salary, education level, and how long they've been employed by the district. All easily accessible to anyone using the recycling bin. We went inside looking for answers.
Who can we talk to about the student records and the employee personnel files that we found in the recycle dumpster that have Social Security numbers and all that kind of stuff on
Just 1 second. There's no one available at this time.
it? So when can we come back?
I don't know.
Nobody wants to comment about what we've got student records,
There's
Social
no
Security
one
cards?
here to talk to you, Nancy.
Now, they don't have to talk to us, but they will have to explain to federal authorities. The U.S. Department of Education investigates complaints related to student privacy violations. Now, a school district risks losing its federal funds as a result of such conduct. Now, these are all just part of the records that we found outside of Liberty Hill ISD. The state requires each district to designate a chief records officer. Liberty Hills is their superintendent, Dean Andrews. And, well, if you're wondering, we didn't find any of his personal information in the dumpster. Now, we did contact the Liberty School Board about this story, and none of them responded. We're now waiting to hear back from the U.S. Department of Education on what they want us to do with these records. Ron?